Then sudden Morgoth sent forth great rivers of flame, that ran down swifter than balrogs from Fangorodim, and poured over all the plains, and the mountains of iron belched fires of many poisonous hues, and the fumes of them stank upon the air, and it was deadly. Thus Ardgallen perished, and its fire devoured its grasses, and it became a burnt and desolate waste, full of choking dust, barren and lifeless. Welcome to Tales of Arda, where we discuss and explore Middle-earth. In today's video, we will go over the topic of the Dagor Bragollach, the Battle of the Sudden Flame. After the Dagor Aglareb, where Melkor was defeated by the Noldor, the siege of Angband was established. For 400 years, there was relative peace in Beleriend. The elves built their cities and strongholds across the land, and they were strengthened by the coming of men to Beleriend. But this peace could not be upheld. Fingolfin knew that Morgoth was only temporarily defeated, and that in time he would break the siege of Angband, and so he wished to assault Angband. But most of the Eldar wished to forget the threat of Morgoth and live in peace, and so without support Fingolfin could only strengthen his borders till the time came when Morgoth would attack. In 455 of the First Age, on a winter night, Morgoth released rivers of fire, burning the plain of Ardgallen and killing many elves, and the confusion caused by the flames and smoke hindered the defenders. Then Morgoth sent forth his armies, led by Glaurung, the first of the fire-breathing dragons, called the Ululoki, and behind him Balrogs and hosts of orcs, and they came slaughtering anyone that they came across. The highlands of Dolfen were struck most and were overrun. Angrod and Aegnor were slain, and many of Beor's folk fell, including their lord Bragollach. King Finrod Felagund came north from Nargothrond with an army. However, they were defeated, and Finrod with a small company was surrounded at the fen of Serek. Finrod would have been killed or captured, but he was saved by Barahir, the brother of Bragollach, who was fighting in the western parts of Dolfen, near the pass of Sirion. They managed to cut through with great loss, and Finrod and his folk fled south to Nargothrond, while Barahir continued to defend Dolfen. It was this deed which later earned Barahir the Ring of Finrod, which would become known as the Ring of Barahir. In the northwest, Fingolfin and Fingon marched with their hosts to aid the sons of Narfin, but they were driven back with the great loss to their host. Hadar, the lord of Dor-Lomin, and his younger son Gundor were slain defending the rearguard of their lord Fingolfin. In the mountains, fortresses were being attacked and overrun by orcs, and there were many fierce battles surrounding the mountains of Hiflum. The marches of Maefros were assaulted heavily by the armies of Morgoth. The pass of Aglon was forced by the host of Morgoth with great cost, and Celegorm and Curufin fled south. Maegor's horsemen were overwhelmed at the plain of Lothlan, and Maegor's Gap was taken. Glaurung burnt the lands around the river Gelion. With the Gap of Maegor taken, the orcs moved south and captured Caranthir's fortress, Mount Rerir. Fargalion was ravaged, and Lake Helorvorn was also captured. Maegor fled to Himring, the fortress of Maefros, while Caranthir fled south with Amrod and Amros to Amon Ereb. The orcs did not come into Ta'im Danov or Osiriand. Mysilvergreen fought valiantly against the orcs with the help of Moimq, and Morgoth was unable to take the fortress on Himring. Thus the siege was broken, and the forces of Morgoth were able to roam at will throughout the north. However, he did not completely destroy his foes. The refugees of Dolfen fled to Hiflum and Himring, but a few folk of Barahir remained, fighting for their land, refusing to retreat from Morgoth's forces, though he pushed relentlessly in trying to kill them. So great was his wrath against them that Dolfen was turned into a twisted ladder of dread, such dark enchantment that even orcs would not dare enter it unless need drove them. Fingolfin and Fingon managed to defeat the orcs attacking Barad Ifil, and Hiflum was safe. However, most of the Grey Elves forsook the northern wall and fled south to Doriath, Nargothrond, Valas, and Osiriand. The sons of Fëanor were scattered and driven from their lands, save Mysilvergreen, whom still held Himring. Celegorm and Curufin travelled to Nargothrond after being defeated in the pass of Aglon. And there is the prelude, consequences, and the details of the Dagor Bragollach, the tragedy of the Dagor Bragollach, and the news of Angred and Eingnor's death. Made Haiging Fingolfin see the utter ruin of the Noldor. He rode to Angband alone and dueled the Dark Lord, but that is not our tale, for the devastation had been struck, and from now the Noldor would see many tragic defeats and few lasting victories. If you would like to see a full video about the fall of Fingolfin, then please comment below. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe.